Cowboys fans, listen up. There's a storm brewing in Dallas, and it's not the kind you're thinking of. Two names are lighting up training camp, turning heads, and making defensive coordinators lose sleep. Rico Dowdle and Jalen Tolbert. Remember these names because they're about to change the game for America's team. Forget what you thought you knew about the Cowboys' offense, because these rising stars are rewriting the playbook. In the next few minutes, I'm going to break down why these two players are the secret weapons that could take Dallas all the way to the Super Bowl. So buckle up, Cowboys Nation. This is the insider info you can't afford to miss. Hey there, Cowboys Nation. Welcome to Dallas Cowboys Fan, your ultimate destination for all things America's team. Whether you bleed blue and silver or are just starting to catch Cowboys fever, this is the place. If you are a diehard fan, please make sure to subscribe for more latest news and updates of your favorite team. Today, we're diving deep into some exciting developments in the Dallas Cowboys offense. If you've been following the team closely, you might have heard two names popping up more and more, Rico Dowdle and Jalen Tolbert. These young stars are making waves, and they're set to shake things up in Big D. So, let's break down why these players are the new names you need to know and how they're going to impact the Cowboys offense this season. Let's start with Rico Dowdle. Now I know what you're thinking, isn't he just a backup running back? Well, folks, it's time to change that perception. Dowdle has been turning heads in practice and preseason games, showing off a combination of power, speed, and agility that's got the coaching staff excited. Dowdle's journey to this point hasn't been easy. He went undrafted out of South Carolina in 2020 and has spent the last few years mostly on special teams and as a depth piece in the running back room. But this offseason, something clicked. He's been putting in extra work, staying after practice to refine his route running and pass protection skills. And let me tell you, it's paying off. In the last few preseason games, Dowdle has been absolutely electric. He's been hitting holes with authority, breaking tackles, and showing a burst of speed that's caught defenders off guard. But what's really impressed me is his vision. Dowdle seems to have developed a sixth sense for finding gaps in the defense, and he's been making the most of every touch. Now I know we've got Tony Pollard as our lead back, and he's fantastic. But the NFL is a two-back league these days, and Dowdle is positioning himself to be that perfect complement to Pollard. Think about it, Pollard with his explosiveness and receiving ability, and Dowdle bringing that power running game. It's a 1-2 punch that could give defensive coordinators nightmares. But Dowdle's impact isn't just limited to the running game. He's been working hard on his pass-catching abilities, and it's showing. In camp, he's been a reliable target out of the backfield, giving Dak Prescott another weapon in the short passing game. This versatility is crucial in today's NFL, and it's going to make the Cowboys' offense even more unpredictable. Now, let's shift gears and talk about Jalen Tolbert. Cowboys fans, I know last year was disappointing for Tolbert. A third-round pick in 2022, he came in with high expectations, but struggled to make an impact. Some were quick to write him off, but let me tell you why that was a mistake. Tolbert has come into this season with a chip on his shoulder and a fire in his eyes. He's put in serious work this offseason, refining his route running, improving his hands, and building chemistry with Dak Prescott. And the results? They're speaking for themselves. In training camp, Tolbert has been making plays left and right. He's showing off improved route running, creating separation with ease, and most importantly, he's catching everything thrown his way. The drops that plagued him last year? They seem to be a thing of the past. What's really exciting about Tolbert is his versatility. At 6'1" with good speed, he can line up outside or in the slot. This gives offensive coordinator Brian Schottenheimer a lot of options in terms of formations and mismatches. Imagine Tolbert in the slot with CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Cooks outside. That's a nightmare for any secondary to cover. But it's not just about physical skills with Tolbert. What's impressed me most is his mental growth. He's showing a much better understanding of the offense, making the right reads, and finding soft spots in zone coverage. This mental leap is often what separates good receivers from great ones, and Tolbert seems to be making that transition. Now, I know some of you might be skeptical. After all, we've seen players flash in preseason before only to disappear when the games count. But I genuinely believe it's different with Dowdle and Tolbert. These aren't just flashes, they're showing consistent improvement and production. Let's talk about how these two could impact the Cowboys' offense as a whole. With Dowdle emerging as a legitimate threat in the backfield, it takes some pressure off Tony Pollard. It means we can keep Pollard fresh throughout the game and the season. It also gives us options in short yardage situations, an area where we've struggled in the past. As for Tolbert, his emergence could be a game-changer for our passing attack. We all know CeeDee Lamb is a star, and the addition of Brandon Cooks gives us a proven deep threat. But if Tolbert can establish himself as a reliable third option, it makes our offense so much harder to defend. Safeties won't be able to cheat towards Lamb or Cooks if they have to worry about Tolbert making plays across the middle or down the seam. But here's the really exciting part, the potential for creativity in our offense. With Dowdle's receiving ability and Tolbert's versatility, we could see some really interesting formations and play designs. Imagine a formation with Pollard and Dowdle both in the backfield, with Tolbert in the slot. The defense has to respect the run, but we could just as easily spread them out and attack through the air. It's this kind of unpredictability that keeps defenses on their toes and opens up big play opportunities. Now, I don't want to get ahead of ourselves. Dowdle and Tolbert still need to prove themselves when the regular season starts. The pressure will be higher, the defenses will be tougher, and they'll need to show they can produce consistently. But from everything I've seen and heard, these guys are ready for the challenge. What's really encouraging is the support they're getting from their teammates and coaches. Dak Prescott has been singing Tolbert's praises, talking about the trust they've built over the offseason. Running backs, Coach Jeff Blasco can't stop gushing about Dowdle's work ethic and improvement. When you hear this kind of talk from the team, it's a good sign that these aren't just preseason mirages. So, what does this mean for you, the fans? Well, it means excitement. It means potential. It means that our offense could be even more dynamic and unpredictable than we thought. But it also means we need to be patient. Dowdle and Tolbert are still young players, and there will likely be some growing pains along the way. Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more Cowboys content. Until next time, this is your Cowboys Insider signing off. Go Cowboys!